How are we all doing? So I haven't put a video up in a while and I really need to get into a routine, where like all these things, But I'll tell you what I've been working on. I've been floating around with a Cossor 566, which is an Irish made long medium short radio from around 1957-58. I've recapped it and I had a problem with the long wave wasn't working and wasn't oscillating. So I found that and I'll show you that now. It should be a nice radio. The cabinet is absolutely full of woodworm holes. It's in the back shed. I treated it with Proton with a brush that had a crease out on it from painting the shed here. So that certainly should have killed all the little mites. And then I painted it with a watered down PVA, really watery PVA, and I did that for 2 or 3 days, working the PVA into the woodworm holes. So that goes into it and it strengthens it. And on one side of the cabinet where it's gone very soft, I glued in a piece of timber in behind it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I think the PVA's after strengthening it all up quite nicely, and the cabinet's there. And the good thing about it is that the little cabinet is spray painted black, so you don't have to worry about trying to get a finish on it or that, which is good because I'll have to get into the woodworking thing. Well, not the woodworking thing, I can do a bit of that, but you mean to say, polishing and finishing cabinets and veneering and all that, because there's a lot of them around here that need it. But I don't mind the lived in look, I always say that, but I think that's more laziness thing than that. But so the little Cossor 566, it has it's a sort of a satin black cabinet with a plastic front bolted onto it. I have the front off it here and the back. So that's the front, and that screws onto it. And then that's the baffle board. Well, it's not the baffle board, but it's the baffle board is in the set. It's the speaker doofer. So that's the story with that. And that's the back of it. 566, made in Ireland. Not in there if you can see it. So there you are. So that's the radio. So I'm hoping if I can fill all the woodworm holes on it, spray it with a rattle can, it should come out okay. It's not going to be perfect on one side where it's very soft, where I'll fill it up as best I can. I've made 1 or 2 little short videos of it, and I'll get back to the cabinet thing. I lost some footage, but you know how it is, it doesn't matter. Anyway, while I'm waiting on the chassis or the cabinet side of it, I said I'd crack on anyway, make sure I could get the thing going. Now, all the bottles were missing when I got it, but that was alright. It used the old side pip 8-pin Mullard valves. Well, it actually used Cossor valves, but I think they were rebranded. 62 DDT and 67 PT. Someone kindly, the man who took all the valves out of this, wrote the types and the Mullard equivalents on the chassis, which was handy for me. So I wound it up slowly on the Verdiac. Actually no, I powered it up first with all the valves out of it, just to see would the transformer melt, and I left it on for sort of half an hour, and it was okay, because this radio had been out in the rain for maybe 2 months, which didn't help. But so I left it powered up for half an hour with no valves, and the transformer didn't melt or go on fire or do anything nasty. So I partied on then, put the bottles into it, wound it up slowly on the Verdiac, and the main reservoir side of the can failed on me. So I replaced that with I think it's a 33 microfarad cap. No, it's not. It's 10 microfarad. Replaced that, and replaced all the waxies and that in it. Medium wave, short wave, no bother, fairly sensitive, not brilliant, but not bad either. It's sort of what you'd expect. but no long wave. So I was floating around with that, looking around the oscillator core, trace it back from the oscillator cap. I'll show you now. Try and get a bit of extra light in here for you. So there's the oscillator coil there, and there's the 3 trimmers for long wave, medium wave and short wave. So I traced this one up there to its winding on the core, and it's there was no reading to anything else, so I knew it was the coil then. So I was looking and looking, and then I actually found a bit of wire sticking out. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see if I bring the tripod in, and I'll just show you how she bursts into life when I hook it up. So it took a little while to find it, but I found it, and I'm glad I did. So just hold on there for a second, and I'll get you into the tripod. Right, just having a bit of, it was a two-handed job that, getting the camera onto the stand. So here we go.
Because she's from the town of Venice with more luncheon.
So no problem there. So I'll join on a tiny piece of wire to that and bring it over. So that's long wave sorted. That's my next little job. But I'll just let you listen to the medium wave on it. Now, 100-foot long wire going around the garden here with a decent, half decent ground.
I think because that was Saran's team is an all-female team, and they couldn't believe.
The sound isn't great, but it's down to the bench speaker that I have here.
Women's boxing
Isn't wonderful
I
either.
think that's what swayed it, the courtroom battle with boxing board. But
So she's working away anyway, which is good. So I think it'll be to be honest, it was one of those radios that could have just went in the bin, but I quite like the cabinet on it. So I'll let you have a listen to the shortwave as well when I'm at it. See what we can hear falling off the edge of the bench. I quite like that traditional Chinese music that they play on Radio China. It does be quite pleasant in the evenings. So anyway, that's an update on the Cossor radio, and I'm still here, I haven't died yet or anything. So that's the crack with me. Doing a few other little bits around the place as well. I'll just give you a quick look before I hang up for tonight. Tidying up my old amateur radio corner here. There's a couple of VI lads there on 80 metres at the minute. And put me power supplies under the bench here. I put a little backlight in the big one for the icon, which is just handy in the evening. If you look down, you can see what she's doing. And I also put a light under the bench, because how many times have you dropped a pen or something, or you're trying to hook up a wire or something and you can't see what you're doing. So there's a few sockets under there. So that's what I've been at today. More sorting out and tidying and stuff to do, but I'm getting there, slowly but surely. So I don't know what video I'll put out next. Maybe, I don't know. I'll come back tomorrow with an idea and something to do. But that's what we're at here, so we're keeping busy. The weather's broke, it's raining here now today. The last 4 or 5 days, it's been like summer. Blue skies all day, every day. But you get kind of used to it then, so when it rains, you get a bit disappointed. But planted spuds in the garden and lettuce and stuff like that. So that's what we're at. Listen, take care of yourselves out there, and I'll talk to you again soon. And thanks for watching as always. Best of luck for now.